in something to understand. But I would hear
Yes.
people say, "Oh, teachers make good realtors." I'm like, "Really?" Because I didn't have to lead generate in my classroom.
Good
But
point.
yeah, but, it definitely I almost discounted the natural gifting and skill set that I brought to the business,
Mhm.
but this is what I love, and I say this, like, the Lord will make room for your gifts where he calls you, and I definitely have seen that demonstrated in my real estate career as it has evolved over time, because it definitely has evolved, and he continues to make room for my gifts in the next room he's calling me to go in, so
So you continue to be led to the next room that's the right room.
absolutely,
I love
absolutely.
that. So at what point would you say was kind of that turning point, and was there a trigger that kind of changed that for you?
Yeah, so when I started in the business, like I was getting full time, I started, school was over in June. I just went straight head first, like quit my job. I was not doing a career. Don't recommend necessarily. I needed to do that because if I had the safety net, then I would not have gone as hard as I did. And I didn't want to split the difference. I didn't want to split my time from my students. That's really why I went full time, because I knew that if I was going to be pursuing this, I didn't want to show up to my classroom half-heartedly. So I ended my teaching career in June. I had my first deal in July, right? So
That's great.
yeah, so I started off like rocking and rolling, but I came to a point where it was very clear to me that I was missing opportunities because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to convert. There were like all of a sudden, I'm normally the type of person that can talk to a wall, but now I'm worried about every word being salesy. I knew that I needed some support to actually make this a business. And I wasn't looking for it, but I ended up joining a team and found that I love the team experience. I'm a teacher. I was used to working on teams. Being
Mhm.
on a team was a good fit for me. But when I started to outgrow that opportunity and it was time for me to become a solo agent, it's like I needed to fly on my own. I'm not going to say a people pleaser, but I am a lover of people and I don't want to disappoint people. So I'm not going to please someone to my detriment, but I definitely want to be considerate of people at all times. And when I split from my team, it wasn't an ugly split, but it wasn't pretty either. Even though I had been flying solo for real, when I really looked at it, I'd been operating on my own for about 6 to 8 months at that time, but actually not having that umbrella and just taking ownership for my decisions and ownership for the way I was bringing in business and, the type of business I wanted to bring in and my messaging and my marketing. It was
Mhm.
scary as I don't know what, but that's where I found strength, and that was probably in 2019. Ever since then, I would love to say it's been all the way up, but it's been up and